do LeBron passing Jordan, just talking about that reaction and how all that felt, and then how we're gonna feel when he does it when he passes Kobe. Then we'll talk about looking forward to the offseason, best worst case scenario, and then we'll finish off with the Lakers record. I was getting their schedule online right now, actually. How many games they have? 17 left?
Yeah.
They're Boston. Okay, Boston, Chicago, Toronto, Detroit, New York, Milwaukee. All right, and then their current record is, and then we could be good to go.
Yeah.
Current record. And then you saw that they're going to lower LeBron's minutes and not do back-to-backs.
Yeah, dude. They're going to put him on a minute restriction. It's pretty funny.
I mean, it makes sense, right? Like, your most valuable asset is he won't be utilized properly. So they're 30 and 35. They're 14 and a half games back. Yeah. And they are 8, 9, 10, 11, well, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 13, 14. They're 6.5 games back of the AC.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's I think it is time to shut it down then. Not shut it down, but sure, why not? Like, just have them play some games.
Yep.
Have them not. Like, at that point, like, it's just kind of, what's the point?
Yep. All right. Well, let's hop into it. You ready to go?
Yeah, whenever you are.
Let's get it. Hey, guys. Welcome to the Late Night Lake Show podcast. It is your hosts, RJ and Danny. Danny, we are here. We took a couple of weeks off. Our last show, we thought it was the Lakers were in trouble. It's over now. The Lakers are not going to the playoffs. How you feel?
It's a done deal, man. You can stick a fork in them; they're done. It's kind of disappointing. It's like when your kid comes home and they get in trouble from school, and or when you got in trouble in school and your mom's like, "Well, I'm not mad at you. I'm just disappointed." And you're like, "Damn!" Like, that just hurts a little more than just, I don't know. It's a burning feeling. I just don't like it, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, we got to look forward into the future, into next season, I guess.
Yeah, nothing me and you can do about it. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's out of our control, so we really can't do nothing.
God, I mean, the fact that we are at this point, this is the point of, just acceptance in the 12 stages of recovery. We have definitely accepted our fates and where we currently are right now. But we got a few things that we want to talk to you guys. I'll talk with you guys about today. First, a pretty big moment in NBA history happened on Thursday night. LeBron passed Michael Jordan for fourth all time on the scoring list. It's huge. It's significant, but it didn't feel either when LeBron did it at Staples. So we'll talk about that. We'll also talk about what we expect the reaction to be when he eventually passes Kobe on that list too at some point next season. And then in our second segment, we'll just talk about best and worst case scenarios for the offseason. This season's over, so the only thing that's left to look forward to is hoping that none of our core members get injured, because for obvious reasons. So we'll figure out who we think could come to the Lakers and what we think the worst case scenario and what hell would look like after this offseason. And then we'll finish it out with just predicting the Lakers' rest of the season. It was just reported that LeBron is not going to play on back-to-backs, and he's going to be on a little bit of a minutes restriction. So we'll take a look at the rest of the schedule and see if there's any point in watching any more of these games. But before we hop into it, you can follow us. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, all that good stuff. Danny's at @base_Dan. I'm at Mr. Ricky Spanish. stream and subscribe to the show. iTunes, Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts, all that good stuff. You guys know where to find us at this point. But Danny, are you ready to hop into it, man?
Yeah, absolutely. It's another day in paradise, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll call this the paradise episode, right?
Yeah.
LeBron, as we said on Thursday night, facing the Denver Nuggets, surpassed Michael Jordan to become fourth all-time on the NBA's all-time scoring list. It was a moment that obviously LeBron was aware of and was anticipating and looking forward to in his Instagram and tweets before the game. It was obviously huge for him when it happened during the game, when he scored that and one, and you could tell that it was bottled up emotion at the moment in time. But that's pretty much where it stopped as far as how it felt, the significance wise. The fans pretty much gave him a golf clap. During the commercial break, they played a video tribute to LeBron where it was captured that it looked like he was crying, very emotional during that time, understandably. But no one else seemed to have felt that moment, except for 2 Chainz, of course. Danny, how did you feel watching that? Did any emotions come out of you? Where did your mind go to as you saw that moment progress?
Well, I mean, first and foremost, I would just say congratulations to LeBron James. I mean, he's been in the league for 17 years, done it night in and night out, where he's just been a monster and he's been putting up points. And even though he's not known as a scorer, he's got more points than Michael Jordan, which is a big deal. You're passing the GOAT. You're passing the person that you looked up to, that every kid wanted to be. Everybody's favorite movie as a kid was Space Jam. When in my eyes it was. But it's a great moment in history, and it's great to reflect on that. How did I feel? I mean, it wasn't as significant to me because, growing up, I was, a big Kobe Bryant fan. I mean, I respect LeBron James as a player. I think he's a great player.
Yeah.
I was just congratulatory, I guess. Like, wow, he actually did it. It's good for him. As you said, it was kind of a golf clap, kind of a weird moment at Staples Center because it wasn't, as cheerful. Obviously, it's not it wasn't like any shades of Kobe Bryant's 60-point game. And the fact that when Kobe did it, it was on the road, and I felt like it was even more of an ovation. Maybe it is because the Staples Center is like I was watching a few shows in the morning yesterday, like Undisputed, First Take. Those guys were just coming out and saying, the Lakers are a title town. We don't care about individual accomplishments. And rightfully so, they have a point. Because even when Kobe won MVP, yeah, we had a little MVP celebration, but it wasn't too big of a deal. But when you win a championship, it's like the biggest thing in the world, right? So I feel like for me, it was a cool moment. I saw him. I witnessed LeBron. It's cool to say I witnessed LeBron James pass Michael Jordan. And it's great for him. I'm happy for him. Again, and it's cool. I mean, he did write the thank you to tribute to Michael Jordan on his shoes, which is pretty cool too. Yeah. So I'll give him that as well.
He also wrote that Instagram post. Just a little bit of shade in there. It was just a little weird in his thank you.
But to continue on to your point, but when you say that real quick, I mean, isn't that what LeBron is, kind of passive aggressive? So I'm not surprised by that message. I read it and I just thought of it like, oh, okay, nice. Okay, let's just move on, I guess, because in a weird way condescending. But go on. Yeah,
I think that captures the moment and the idea perfectly. It was nice, a little weird, and it seemed like everybody but LeBron wanted to just move on to the next play, next moment, next chapter. Obviously, it's been documented. LeBron and MJ haven't had the greatest relationship over the years. LeBron has always stated that MJ has been his idol and all this stuff. Why they don't have a better relationship, I don't know. It could be a little bit of jealousy. It could be about comparison, how there's a threat that LeBron could surpass Jordan in everyone's eyes as the greatest of all time. But as far as our Los Angeles Lakers and how that landed as a fan, let me just dive in real quick for a bit, Danny, if you don't mind. When LeBron joined the Lakers, call the Lakers, it was huge in that moment. And we thought we are on our way to a new chapter or the next chapter in Lakers history and Lakers greatness, right? He
Stardom.
doesn't say a word, no post. He left the country, rightfully so. Ducked off, got away from everything. Didn't hear from LeBron until it was pretty much media availability day. There was no introductory press conference. It was nothing like that. It was Magic and Rob making their comments, and that's the rest was left up to fans and the sports talk shows to just argue and debate about. There was no LeBron saying how excited he was to play for the city of Los Angeles, how much he is looking forward to play for this fan base. It was none of that. And at the time, I was like, all right, whatever. He's all business, right? He's not here for the dog.
Yeah.
Go. He's coming to get W's. I was very wrong about that part. And it became apparent pretty quickly that LeBron was not 100% basketball is the reason why he came to LA. And it's that number started going down as the losses and his projects that he was working on started to go up. So you have the Lakers going up and down during the season. There was that mural situation before the year with the defacing of it. And I think that really came from that. Even LeBron hasn't earned that in Los Angeles. I remember the reporter saying, how do you expect to earn the fans' respect? And LeBron was like, what the hell are you talking about? But fast forward to today, that was a little bit of a precursor of, nah, dog, like, you're LeBron James, but we are the Los Angeles Lakers as far as the fan base. There needs to be some type of marriage, and you have not proposed. You have not done any type of showing love and affection beyond signing a 4-year deal, which, I guess it would be the ultimate sign of commitment, staying for more than 1 year. But when you get to post-injury LeBron, that's when all the wheels started falling off in the eyes of the Lakers fans. LeBron gets injured. He can't control that. Lakers are the 4 seed at the time. Just beat the Warriors. We're like, all right, we're going to hold water. We're going to hold down the fort until LeBron gets in, or LeBron gets back from injury. That didn't happen. The young core did not hold up their end of the bargain along with the veterans that were signed on that 1-year deal. All right? So now we're looking for our basketball Messiah to come back and right this ship. Well, during the time that LeBron was out, he's coming to games with wine. He's texting on the bench. He's showing up to games later so he can have his own entrance. It started to be optically not good looking, right? It started to not look great as the Lakers were losing. LeBron was doing more outside projects, which obviously doesn't have to coincide timelines perfectly, but those things happening during the same time or hitting the media at the same time started to put a bad taste in Lakers fans' mouths. Then when LeBron came back, we expected, all right, it's lock-in time. We want that Cleveland Bron. We want that Miami Bron. We want to put the team on your back. We're going to coast through the first 3 quarters of the season, but now let's go, go, go. Yeah, that didn't happen, man. And then the AD situation didn't help out either because LeBron is tied to Clutch Sports, and his comments and his reactions regarding to the young core it would rub fans the wrong way. It almost looked like LeBron, Magic, Clutch were all assuming that this AD trade was going to happen. So it didn't matter the damage that was being done as far as the chemistry with the young guys because they wouldn't be there. They'd be in New Orleans. That's how they operated in my mind that, yeah, this isn't going to be a great breakup, but we're breaking up. That didn't happen either. So now you have teammates that are looking at LeBron kind of sideways. For one, him wanting to be off the team, and then 2, or him wanting them off the team, and then 2, him being passive aggressive and not, showing his commitment to the young guys and rallying the troops that all started to crumble down in Lakers fans' minds. That was a bit of a ramble, but I wanted to get us to this point, to Thursday night. All of that happened, and Lakers fans were at a point where we're just tired, right? Yes, we want LeBron.
Yeah.
We want to see LeBron break the record. It'll be a good moment, but that's in a vacuum. This season as a whole was a failure, and any success during a failure is less important in people's eyes. Now, in LeBron, in his eyes, in his career, this accomplishment way more than 2018, 2019 NBA season, right? Everyone else, it's like, you are getting kicked out of college because of grades, but you got an A on your last chem final. You failed everything else, but because you did great here, it's time for a celebration and let's go out to Cheesecake Factory with the family. No, man, there's no Cheesecake Factory here. There's no celebration here. If the Lakers were in the 4th seed right now, or even in the 8th seed, and LeBron was doing that, put the team on your back, man, that would have been a spectacle. It would have been a show. But because the season has veered off as much as it had, LeBron's huge moment in NBA history, I feel like, turned into a dud. How you feel?
Like after here. Oh, by the way, RJ,
Yeah.
off topic. Is the sound quality good on your end? Like, if you upload it, it's gonna sound good, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because it was like not choppy, but like it got like your voice tone would be like high quality, then like mid quality, then high quality.
Okay.
I just want to let you know.
Yeah, good call.
Okay, so back to the show. After hearing what you were saying, like I totally understand your frustration and agreement, and like I agree with you 100%. When you're playing for the Lakers, it's something different. It's a feeling you get when you put on the jersey, and you're playing for more of the front of the jersey than the back. And that's with every superstar. You could ask any Hall of Famer who's played for the Lakers, or any big name who's played for the Lakers. It was a thrill playing for them, because you have that sense of pride, urgency, like that sense of, we need a win for the city, we need a win for the team, because that's what they've done. You talk to Magic, you talk to Kareem, you talk to all the greats. Then you move on. You talk to Shaq. You talk to, obviously, Kobe, who is like Mr. Laker. And then even guys like Pau Gasol, Lamar Odom, for God's sake, Sasha Vujacic. It was all about the team. These guys won rings because they all came together, and it was a team effort, and it was about the team. It's the social media era, too, that's kind of a part of this, because LeBron likes to do this humble brag thing, and it's again, he deserves every moment of it because he's done it and he's earned it. But you got to know when to do it. Your timing is terrible. Like, if like you were saying earlier, if the Lakers were in the 4 seed, 5 seed, playoff contention, like we were battling for the 7th or 8th spot, and we had a winning record, by all means, post. But when you're losing, there shouldn't even be a word coming out of you. And it's nothing bad to say. Like, okay, yeah, you post a little bit. Yeah, congratulations to you about the Michael Jordan thing. But, like, other things, too. Like, when you got top 10 in points and assists, and your first thing was, okay, let me jump to my phone, post this edited picture of me in the thing, and in the clip of me having the scoring and the assist, and post it, and we just got our asses kicked. It's just not right. It's not fair to everybody else on the team who's like busting their tails after having these trade rumors, after getting criticized about every little thing, and it's not fair. When we both played sports, whether it's in high school or whatever. When you lost the game, and we all sat in the bus, and you had the kids, and there was kids joking around talking. When you were an older upperclassman, what did you tell those kids? Shh, we lost. We don't want to hear it.
That doesn't happen here. That doesn't. We celebrate even when we lose because of personal accomplishments.
And that's not the Laker way. The Laker way is you go out there, you win a championship. You go out there and you even have a deep. At this point, it's even about deep playoff runs. We got to the second round this year with this group. Oh my God, LeBron. Oh man, let's put him even on a higher pedestal. He took this team to the second round of the playoffs in the West. Amazing.
They
But
would
you
have been
can't be
worshiping
out.
him again. He would have been the MVP. He would have been, a lot of people would have been yelling from a mountaintop that LeBron is the MVP because he brought the
Sure,
Lakers back into the playoffs and that deep.
and
It happens
absolutely,
every year.
And I agree with you, but like it's just like you're putting yourself in this position for us as Laker fans, for us as the media, for us as everyone who's has eyes on you, to look at you like the wrong way, and that's not right. Yes, you have all these great things going for you. You went to LA for a reason because of your family, and you wanted your son to go to a certain high school. You wanted your family to live comfortably in Southern California. Great, that's awesome. But your number one focus when you're playing for the Lakers, when you're on that court, is to play basketball, is to dominate, is to win. We're not caring about you producing an album with 2 Chainz, bro. We're not caring that you have a show right now. We're not caring that you're making and producing and getting out Space Jam 2. I think at this point, it's kind of a good thing for LeBron to get out of the playoffs early and not be there in April, so you can start production early on Space Jam 2. Like that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is it's not about that. What I'm saying is when you put on that jersey and you're on that court at that moment in Staples and with all that great history, this isn't Cleveland. This is Los Angeles. You want to bring that 18th title to LA? Then you go out and do it. We don't wait around. We don't wait around. That's the thing. And LeBron, yes, and the fact that we had the 4th seed, great. And when you got injured, like you were saying earlier, I can't control that. You can't control that. LeBron can't control that. It's his health. It's the most important thing to a player. You invest 100% of your body to this game. So when you're not healthy, there's a reason, you take your time. But when you come back, and if you're not 100%, let us know that you're not 100%. Let everybody know you're not 100%. Don't come out here and say you're in playoff mode and you're cruising. Yeah, you're putting up these stats. Some of these stats might be empty.
Can't be in playoff mode if you're overweight. Oops, sorry. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll shift into talking about the inevitable. What happens when LeBron passes Kobe next year for 3rd all time? All right, I see.
How's everything going with you?
He's good. He's up now, so just trying to pick my spot.
Does he crawl a lot?
When you're on like when you're in your bag and doing a good minute rant, I'm muting my mic just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, is he crawling and stuff?
No, not yet. He's almost crawling. But Danny, if you bring us into this next talk while I get him situated, I'm gonna go on mute. But kind of get us back from break and dive into what happens when Kobe gets it, or we pass it.
Okay. Welcome back to the Late Night Lake Show. With LeBron passing Jordan, again, a great accomplishment, and he did it in Staples Center. What's going to happen next when LeBron passes another Laker legend, Kobe Bryant, on the all-time scoring list? Kobe is 3rd with a little over 33,000 points. LeBron is projected to pass him midway through the season next season. So what's going to be the reaction when he passes Kobe? And if it's at home, how is the Staples Center fans and the people there going to react? And if it's on the road, how big of an ovation would it be on the road to do it?
Man,
now, for me,
I think he would get a better reaction on the road than he would at home. With the way that this season is going, it's obvious that Lakers fans are neutral about LeBron. And that's putting it lightly. There's still a lot of Kobe disciples that are actively, still huge Lakers fans. Like, I didn't see a drop off really in Kobe fans after Kobe retired. Like, oh, I don't really care about the Lakers anymore. Like, Kobe fans, Lakers fans are ingrained now, and you can only spot them out when they're talking shit about LeBron. But they're in the stands. They're chanting Kobe's name when LeBron misses free throws at home. I don't know. It depends how the season's going, right, Danny? If the Lakers have Anthony Davis and I don't know, man, Jimmy Butler, let's just say, and the Lakers are the 3 seed, I think he gets the ovation and the love, and he's really bought into the team. If it's more of this though, and the Lakers strike out in free agency, if the Lakers strike out in free agency and then decide to trade everything for Anthony Davis, and the Lakers are like the 9th seed or the 8th seed in battling, man, I don't know, because that's going to be a clear fans are going to make a clear connection between trading of Brandon Ingram and Lonzo Ball and Kyle Kuzma for Anthony Davis to appease LeBron and fit inside of his window. I think it would be rough, and I think he'd be better served doing it on the road. But that's my 2 cents. What do you think?
Man, if he eventually it's gonna happen. As you and I were probably the biggest Kobe fans we even know, it's gonna happen. So we have to accept it. Great, fine. But yeah, if he gets it on the road, I just feel like it's gonna be more of a thunderous like applaud, and it's gonna be more of a moment to shine. I mean, because he's gonna be on the road, the fans are gonna have to respect it, no matter who you're playing. When you walk into that arena, you respect LeBron James, obviously, as a basketball player, so they're gonna do that. At Staples Center at home.
I wanted to note. Sorry to cut you off. I was getting my jokes off on Twitter when LeBron had passed MJ, and I was saying how the Lakers fans hit him with a golf clap and get back on defense. Laker film room, Pete Zayas, he actually responded to me and said, for what it's worth, the NBA said that they would not stop gameplay once LeBron passed that. So there wouldn't be the opportunity to have the celebration Kobe had. People don't care about that, but I felt like I'm obligated to throw that in there.
Okay. So after hearing that, thank you for the clarification. I still think it will be like in the timeout or like a media timeout, it will be a big deal. But here's the thing, like the Laker fans, depending on how the season's going, like you said, like I just don't like the fact that LeBron's bought into the team because he has the pieces in play that he wants. Sometimes you're dealt with a deck, or you're dealt with a hand of cards that aren't your favorite, but you have to make the best of it and you have to work with that. He's not gonna. I feel like if this is the team going into next year and we don't add a guy like Anthony Davis, but we add a guy, somehow we pull off a trade or something where we get like Bradley Beal, and we have like some of the young core remaining. Is he gonna be like this lackadaisical LeBron where he's not playing defense, he's not trying hard in certain moments, and he's quote unquote conserving his body for the big moment? But if we're getting blown out by 20, where's the big moment? I need LeBron to be obviously focused. If he's giving it his all, and he's really dedicated to this Lakers thing, and he really is dedicated to winning, and he's giving it his all, I'm sure the fans will give him a ton of respect. Like, you have to respect the guy for being in the league. First of all, being in the league for over 10 years, to me, is like, wow. Being in the year over 15 years and still playing at a high level, wow. Doing it at your 18th season and playing at a high level, that's amazing. So there has to be some kind of respect level to that. Yeah, you're passing your favorite Laker of all time. Great. Records are meant to be broken. And look at this. Now you can look at it and say the top 4 scorers of all time have all worn a Lakers jersey. So that's even, for a Lakers fan. Yeah, so for Lakers fans, that's something you can look forward to as well. There you go.
That's good. There's shining a nice light on that. You just refocus the lens and you see that now the top 4 scorers in NBA history have all rocked purple and gold.
Because remember what I said earlier, it's all about the team. When you're playing for the Lakers, you're playing for the front, not the back. So just remember that, guys. As much as that's going to be like the stab to the heart and the twist of the knife that LeBron passed Kobe in the category where we all have this thing where Kobe is just the greatest scorer ever, and he had the greatest offensive skill set ever. I mean, to me, I still think it's him or Jordan in that category, but still, and LeBron passes him. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay to accept that, because I'm accepting it. I mean, it's tough. It's a tough pill to swallow, but hey, I'm accepting it. And like I said, all four scorers on that top list have worn a Lakers jersey, including, yes, Karl Malone. I don't think it's Ricky's favorite Laker, but hey, Karl Malone wore a Lakers jersey.
So I was just going back through just random, just side story. I was just going back through like Kobe's history and just the ups and downs of his NBA career. And I had completely forgot about the beef he had with Karl Malone regarding Kobe's wife.
Yeah.
After the Lakers lost to the Pistons, that was wild. That was a weird time back then. So yeah, Karl Malone, I picked sides. I picked the side of Kobe, and most of these, quote unquote NBA beasts of Kobe, Shaq, obviously picked Kobe because he stayed a Laker. Even he had his issues with Ray Allen too, right? So, but no, going back to LeBron, I think it's going to be bitter, and I don't know how much sweet it's going to be. It all depends on what's the current state of the Los Angeles Lakers. You put it best. It's all about the team and where they currently are. Because LeBron's probably gonna pass a lot of big name Hall of Famers, a lot of all-time great players while rocking the purple and gold, and it's history. And it sucks that this one wasn't appreciated to the level of the accomplishment, but that's kind of, you share a little bit of responsibility for that too, Ron.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you're playing in Los Angeles, all eyes are on you. It's just like playing in New York. All eyes are on you in the biggest two markets of the media in the United States and potentially the world. So when you even, you stop at In-N-Out and get a burger, everyone's going to take pictures of you, post it. LeBron's eating this, LeBron's doing that. You know what I mean? You're getting gas for your car. People are going to be like, oh, he actually pours his own gas. So it's just like, when you're LeBron James and you're playing in Los Angeles, you are the number one target. You have a target on your back in a good way and a bad way. So you got to know how to deal with that.
Exactly. Switching off from solely LeBron and moving on to our Lakers. Obviously, playoffs are out of the question. The whole season
Oh my God.
was not up to expectations. But I think it's time we start looking forward to the off season. And right now, I know it's not looking too positive. We all probably have that bad taste in our mouth because we're currently eating this shit burger of a season. But there is opportunity to fix the Lakers very, very quickly. LeBron James is still averaging 27, 8, and 8. LeBron James is still a top 5, top 3, top 1 NBA player in the league right now. And that's with everything that's happened. That's with his biggest injury of his career. He came back and he's almost averaging a triple-double. Individually, LeBron hasn't necessarily fallen off. It's just more of how his team interaction is going. But going into this offseason, the Lakers are surely going to be looking for a new coach. Oh, I'm getting a lot of rustling on your end, D. You good?
Yeah. I'm just I'm driving through a pretty rough area.
Okay.
So like we can go on a quick break, or like we can just
no. Can you mute? Will mute work until I ask you something?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's play with that real quick.
Ready?
All right. Yep.
Ready?
Yep. So yeah, but the Lakers still can be turned around this offseason very, very quickly. They will be looking for a new head coach. They will have a max slot open. Mark Stein reported, will re-engage the Pelicans and their new front office on trying to acquire Anthony Davis again. So there's opportunity to get back into the playoff race and back into relevancy, to be honest with you, moving into the 2019-2020 season. The list of superstar free agents are obvious. It's led by Kevin Durant and Kawhi Leonard and Kyrie Irving and Jimmy Butler. And the list just goes on and on. Kemba Walkers of the world, Klay Thompsons of the world, if he chooses not to re-sign, obviously. But we're running into a little bit of a fork in the road for our Los Angeles Lakers. We got the first big fish, LeBron. Magic, he was 1 for 1 on that. Now the question is he exclusively going big fish hunting again? And is he willing to, chop off the nose to save the face, or fight this, or save the, what, I forget what that saying is. or is he exclusively going big name hunting? Danny, in your eyes, what are the best case scenario for the Lakers this offseason, starting with the coaching and then moving into the roster? And then what's the doomsday situation where you would have to honestly consider if you will continue to watch the Los Angeles Lakers going forward?
Ricky, so by the way, could you, everything was sounding good?
Perfect.
Okay. So ready? So the best case scenario for the Lakers is what I'm hearing is if Magic Johnson chooses to go big name hunting, his obvious choices, I remember 2 years ago, he said he was waiting for 2019 for Kawhi and Klay Thompson. Now that would work beautifully front on once again. Because what does LeBron love? He loves shooters. He loves players who play both ways, because if he takes a night off on defense, he knows he has other defenders on his team that can lock up. And he wants players who are kind of like veterans in a sense where, yeah, I'm 27 years old, but look what I've accomplished already. You know? So I think the best case scenario for the Lakers is to go for Kawhi Leonard, go for Klay Thompson, go for these guys who aren't really necessarily the ADs of the world, because you're going to have to give up so much. And for Kevin Durant, I don't think he wants to play with LeBron James. He even came out and said it's going to be toxic. So I think you could just rule him out of the window and throw that out, because the Clippers could be going for him, which was the number one target. The Clippers are going for Durant, and the Knicks, obviously. Now, with the Kyrie Irving situation, I don't think he's going to sign with the Lakers as well. One, and Kyrie, would you go back to your ex? No, exactly. I don't think, yeah, he apologized and said, LeBron was right, this, and this, but it doesn't make it a valid point for going back to play with it. And this situation happens again, because in Kyrie's mind, he still thinks he's the man, which rightfully so, he has some point, but he hasn't truly proven anything on his own yet. So I don't think he signs with the Lakers.
Everyone will admit they have gone back and double dipped on an X, after you woke up.
But then was it kind of but then put it this
cordial, way, turned into what happened to my clothes, so.
So, but would you if you go to the gym and you're sweating up a storm, are you gonna put that tank top back on?
No, that tank top's done.
Yeah, so exactly. You're not going to go and do that again. Like, you know what I mean? You're not going to go back inside. So I think we target guys like a Klay Thompson, and we name guy would be like a Kawhi Leonard. If we strike out on those two, then you got to do your second tier options. Okay, what can we do? We can keep some of the young core and build around that with LeBron too. So add a couple veteran guys, maybe like a Jimmy Butler. Maybe go after Kemba Walker if you want more of a scoring point guard that LeBron's used to playing with. And then if that fails, you got to look at all-star names at this point and see who's on the list, like a Chris Middleton type all-star or like a Tobias Harris type player, and try to sign that. If we strike out at all three of those, our worst-case scenario is we pretty much have the same team until trade deadline again. And then guess who we end up calling? The New Orleans Pelicans. And we say, hey, we're ready to give up the house for Anthony Davis and put him there. That's the worst-case scenario. And look at this scenario. I was actually talking about this with a couple of people the other day. What if so as funny as this sounds, so LeBron doesn't have an opt-out or a no-trade clause or anything in his contract. It's 4 years stuck to the Lakers. Would you do LeBron for Anthony Davis straight up?
Danny, that you are on drugs.
Would you do LeBron for Anthony Davis straight up? I'm just asking you a question. Hypothetically.
No. LeBron's untradeable. Untradeable.
Okay. That's all I got to say. Anyway, so forget I even asked.
Untradeable.
I'm saying this. If we strike out on Kawhi and Klay, which are our number one signing options, like our ideal situation, we strike out on that. Then we strike out on getting our second tier guys. And we strike out on getting like maybe potential all-star level guys. We're hitting up the phones during trade deadline, and this is a 2018-2019 season all over again. That's the worst case scenario.
And who's coaching that team? Worst case scenario and best case scenario. Who are your coaches?
Oh God, best case scenario as a stretch of a stretch, like when you watch Space Jam and Michael Jordan stretching his arm to dunk, that kind of stretch.
Yeah.
Best case scenario, we get Coach K.
Damn, man, you stole mine. Yeah, I'm the same. That's my pie in the sky. LeBron can convince Coach K to join the Lakers when Kobe couldn't. Ooh, that'd be juicy.
Oh my God. Anyway, worst case scenario, Ty Lue.
Oh shit. That's your worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Oh no. Well, I feel like that's one of the most likeliest scenarios. Oh man.
Well, here's the thing. The reason why I say worst case is because did LeBron even listen to Ty Lue? Did Ty Lue even have a coaching influence on LeBron into the team and implement a system? No. He's just there. He's one of LeBron's puppets. Mike Brown.
Ty Lue told LeBron to shut the fuck up. I know he said that to him in a huddle. Yeah. So I think that's something more than nothing. That's more than Luke would ever say.
Yeah. But I mean, another thing is LeBron's also gave Ty Lue cold shoulders, stare downs, not joining the huddle. He's one of the puppets. He's just like Mike Brown, just like Dave Blatt, just like all these guys. He needs a guy who's going to be like Eric Spoelstra and not take that shit because he knows Pat Riley's going to be like, yo, what do you think you're doing, bud?
Cold world out here. So LeBron needs an out.
LeBron needs to be less of the coach and more of the player on the court, and needs to have the coach have more of a voice if he's going to be a viable coach. Like if we get Coach K, there's no turning back. Like, you know what I mean? Like if we got Coach K from Duke,
LeBron would fall on for sure.
Oh my God, you would have to. He coached Team USA, and he was telling guys like a Kobe, like LeBron, like what to do in certain situations. Obviously, yeah, when you're playing with that high of caliber players on the same time in the court, they can obviously audible into different schemes and do whatever they have to do. But at the end of the day, whose voices they're going to listen to is going to be Coach K. That's why I feel like that kind of coach would be beneficial to the Lakers too. Because right now, Luke Walton, like I said, at best right now is like he's a good coach. Coach the Warriors.
Hey, run that last
Ricky, I think
back, Danny. You were breaking up right there. Run that last 10 seconds.
Okay, give me 1 second. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, you want me to say it again?
Yeah.
Run back like it was just like your last 10 seconds, but you were on a roll.
Okay. Like Luke Walton, like the reason why it works is because how they're listening to Coach K. Unlike Luke Walton, the thing with Luke Walton is this: as of right now, to me, I feel like Luke Walton's a good coach, but he's more of an assistant coach right now. Yes, he will get a head coaching spot somewhere in the future.
Yeah, in college.
University
of Arizona.
Yeah, UCLA.
Yeah, he'll be Arizona State's next head coach. He's done in the NBA. He won't be back in the NBA until he gets an assistant job or a college head coaching job. I don't think he's getting.
And that's another thing. It's like Luke has a good mind for the game, but look who he was coaching. The 2015-16 Warriors when Steve Kerr was out. Could you hear me?
Yeah, I know. It's like
could you hear me on that one?
All-star team that you coach, and you got an A+. Yeah, you got a rocket scientist, a guy who cured cancer, and a couple of other Nobel Peace Prize winners on your roster. Of course, you're going to be successful. But hey, I'm not mad at him that he copped the Lakers job from pretty much just being the towel boy for that Warriors team while Steve Kerr was out. So as much as I think Ty Lue wouldn't be the ideal coach, I don't think he would be as bad as a lot of people would think. I think the reason why I wouldn't want Ty Lue is because he's a former Laker. I'm done with the Lakers nepotism. I'm done with continuing to look into the past to promote the future. This shit doesn't work anymore. Everybody's got social media. We are all well aware that anybody can be a star these days if you're in the NBA. They'll find you in Oklahoma City. They'll find you up in Portland. You just got to be cold. So all that talk about trying to go on past laurels to dictate our future. That's dead. That's done so. We're not doing that anymore. So that's why I would think I would shy away from Ty Lue. But if the Lakers end up getting him, I wouldn't be as upset because he has experience with LeBron. And like I said, I guess I'm basing this all off of he told LeBron to shut the fuck up, which is way more than I've heard any head coach say to LeBron, and they won a championship together. But like I said earlier, am with you in the fact that I think that Coach K would be amazing. Like we had teased and talked about Jay Wright a couple of shows ago. I don't know if LeBron comes in and thinks Jay Wright is not like above, but he looks up to a guy like Coach K. I don't know if he would look up to a guy like Jay Wright, so it might be more of the same with LeBron's passive aggressiveness. I think Coach K and an offseason that looked like not trading for Anthony Davis and signing a Kawhi Leonard. No. I take that back because if you go out and sign a Kawhi Leonard, I'd be cool with going out and trading all the young guys for Anthony Davis. So I think it's, you know what? Here's what I think. I think a successful Lakers offseason is one of the two scenarios. A, they sign one of the big names in free agency and then turn around and trade for AD. So now you got 3, I would pray, Hall of Fame players on the team. That would justify you blowing everything up and would justify the last 5 years, 6 years of the Lakers tanking one way or another. It would also bring Magic Johnson back into good graces because, like our show opening says, next year we're going to be back, and after that we're going to be back. Well, I don't know if we would be back this year sitting at the 11th seed. We'll just say we were a lowercase b back. Wasn't all caps. It was all lowercase. We were back to not being the worst team in California. Oh, wait, we are. We are back from being a lottery team. Oh, we're back in the lottery. So I don't know if we were back this year, but if he turns around and gets a Kawhi to sign or a KD to sign and then trades for AD, okay, you know what? Get the eraser. Everything that was done the past 2 seasons, 3 seasons, I'm erasing all of it because now the Lakers are back. That is option A for what I would think would be best case scenario. Option B would be sign, secondary market, start to fill out the roster with players that actually will be around for more than one NBA season. Let's get some good players on longer-term deals and not trade for AD. If you don't sign a superstar, I don't want you trading for AD because I think that's 1 step forward and 2 steps backwards. So I struggle with, yes, Anthony Davis is a potential Hall of Fame talent, definitely a Hall of Fame talent, but he deals with injuries, right? So a worst case scenario to me would be trading for AD and the Lakers don't sign anyone else. So it's LeBron, AD, and you starting at the 1, right?
That's not bad. That's not bad.
I think that would be a worst case scenario.
I think I'd run the pick and roll with AD pretty nice though.
Yeah, I do not, my friend. So I am very hesitant to say, I was Mr. Fuck them kids during the whole AD trade saga because I thought that was a done deal. Like I thought it was done and there would be no kids, period. That wasn't the case. So now I'm at a point where you trade AD for all the kids, and if we're not a top 3 team on paper after that, I think it's a waste of time. Worst case scenario, Coach Danny, you want to hear this one?
Yeah.
If Jason Kidd is the coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, I will delete my Twitter account.
Oh, my God.
I will no longer engage. I will run it. I will only be on Twitter through the small businesses that I run their social media profiles for. That would be the only existence of Ricky going forward. Jeannie.
Or you could have a burner account.
Hang on. I need to talk specifically to Jeannie. Jeannie, listen to me. I bleed purple and gold. I am the Midwest ambassador to the Los Angeles Lakers. If you go out and do some dumb shit like sign Jason Kidd, I'm out. Y'all won't hear from me again. I know she's shaking in her boots, but I just wanted to get that on paper that if Jason Kidd is the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, I would have to seriously consider my allegiances in this team. So
you are too funny. You are
we're
too
gonna take
funny, my friend.
We're gonna take one more break, and when we come back, we'll just quickly run through the rest of the season and what's our predictions going the rest of the way. We'll be right back.
And by the way, guys, yeah, you can follow Ricky's burner account at RJ Spanish.
No, you guys
Not
will
Ricky
not. Hopefully, if I'm doing my job right, you guys will not know any of the other Twitter accounts that I have. So, that was Grayson, by the way. So, all right, hang on 1 second, Danny.
All right, no bars.
Hang on. Okay.
Yeah, take your time. Take your time.
Let me try to get him back on this swing. 1 second.
Sure.
In action. I think you good.
What's up?
I said I think I'm back in action. You good to go?
Okay. Yeah. Whenever you are.
All right, guys. Welcome back. We ran a little bit over in our other two segments, but it's all good. We had a good convo going there. Danny, let's quickly run through the rest of the Lakers season. We talked about earlier in the show, it was reported that LeBron will be on a minutes restriction and will no longer play in back-to-backs going forward. The Lakers are 6.5 back of the A seed. The season, like we talked about, is done. Danny, first of all, do you have any issues with the Lakers kind of reeling LeBron back / shutting him down?
Not really, in the sense where it's like, no, I'm not really. I can't really argue that at this point. We're in a league nowadays where rest is just as important as playing, I guess. You could say if you're not making the playoffs, why exert someone in the 17th season's legs when we're not pushing for example, a top seed or even an 8th seed? So I don't disagree with their decision. I actually agree with what they want to do. Ultimately, next season he should come in with fresh legs. LeBron's had a lot of mileage these past 8 seasons because he's been playing extended basketball rather than the average NBA player. So.
And just looking at the rest of the schedule, there's only one or two more back-to-back scheduled. Looks like March 26th and March 27th. That's a Washington at home and then at Utah. We assume LeBron will not play in that Utah game. And then that actually is the last one for the rest of the year. So LeBron only has one back-to-back game that'll sit out. I think the Utah game would be a penciled loss anyway. The next five going into the Lakers have Boston tomorrow. They're in Boston. Big rivalry game. You know, I always take rivalry games as a toss up. I think LeBron versus Kyrie. LeBron gets up for it. So that will probably be the last instance of we seeing full throttle, full effort LeBron. Agree or disagree?
I think that game's in Los Angeles though.
Okay, so it's the Lakers at the first game that we got going forward are the Lakers versus the Celtics at home, and really that's, to be honest, probably the last instance that we'll see of LeBron giving full effort. What do you think, Dan?
Yeah, I think that's a game where it's a marquee game. I think LeBron plays majority minutes in marquee headline matchups on these next 17, rather than, if he's playing the Pelicans again, he's probably not going to play 38 minutes. He'll probably play more 26 minutes.
Right. So if we just take a look at marquee matchups going forward, Boston, Toronto on March 14th, in New York on March 17th. I'm sure LeBron will be excited for that. In Milwaukee, I don't know if LeBron considers Milwaukee a big game anymore.
I mean, they're the best team in the East in the NBA. Of course, he should
but
take
what
that.
does that matter when he's not fighting for anything, right? Like
I
I hate that.
Okay, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but that title of is Giannis the next big thing where he's the best player in the league, that kind of that could be a statement game for LeBron James personally. So if he doesn't come out with some kind of aggression in that game, I want to see him go hard in that game.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, you're right. I can see him getting up for Milwaukee just for that reason right there. He's not ready to give up the throne. The team could be struggling, but LeBron said, "Hold on. I'm still GOAT talk. Well, in my prime of tapping that ass, Giannis." So, yeah, I can see him getting up for that. Then there was a Utah game that's the back-to-back that we don't think he'll play. And then here's how the Lakers end the season: April 2nd at OKC. April 4th at home against the Warriors. April 5th.
My God.
Oh, there's the second back-to-back game, April 4th and April 5th. So LeBron won't play in that Clippers game. And then they'll play Utah at home on the 7th and then finish the season against Portland on the 9th. The Lakers could go on a 5-game losing streak to end the year, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Ooh, closer to get Zion, right? Ooh.
Yeah, we look at it that way. I guess that would help them if they went on a 5-game losing streak. But again, I just hate even speaking about my Lakers and losing and helpful.
And the lottery. Oh my goodness.
Jesus.
So after all saying that, what do you think their ending record is? Like, what do you think their final record is going to be?
82-game season or 84-game season.
82.
82-game season. Lakers.
Can you repeat that? Hello?
Oh, hello, Danny. Oh, shit.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, my bad, man. I was on fucking mute. So you
Oh,
asked
it's
the
okay.
question, how do I think the rest of the season is gonna go?
Yeah.
Yeah,
82-game
so
season.
yeah, I could probably wrap this up faster. Lakers are 30 and 36 right now. 17 games left to go. Lakers are 30 and 35 right now. 17 games left to go in the NBA season. I'm honestly looking at this list, and with LeBron not playing back-to-backs, that means the Utah game and the Clippers game are going to be losses because they are good teams. And without LeBron, the Lakers have 0.0% chance of winning unless those teams, lay down. And then, but the Lakers have injuries and a whole bunch of other bullshit they're dealing with. So, I'm just, to just wrap a bow on it, I'd say the Lakers out of these 17 more games have 5 more wins. One of those wins I'm going to say is with me in attendance against the Bulls. I'll say they'll win that game. I say they'll beat Sacramento because how I know how much you believe in the young Kings. And shit, man, I'll say they beat Charlotte. And I say they beat New Orleans. And they beat the Knicks. So I have the Bulls beating. I have the Lakers beating the Bulls, Knicks, Kings, Hornets, and the Pistons. Those are the last of the Lakers wins. How do you feel?
Similar track. I think they win one marquee game, and I think it might be the Celtics game. I just have a feeling we're going to win that and sweep the season series versus the Celtics.
That'd be nice. That would be like LeBron passing Michael in all-time scoring. The Lakers sweeping the Celtics. Small victories in a shitty year.
There you go. Woohoo! But I think ultimately we finished with 37 wins. And it's sad because I remember last year we acquired Isaiah Thomas. We were 6.5 games behind the 8th seed last year, Ricky, at one point. Just realize that. Just realize that real quick. And LeBron gives us a 2-win differential. My was injured. I say we finish with 37 wins.
There you have it. A 35-win season and a 37-win season. And the Lakers sign LeBron. Well, with that said, we're going to wrap it up. Today's episode, we bounced around on some different topics. It's, for the most part, not great, but hopefully we gave you guys a little ray of a Northern Star to look forward to with the glimmer of hope for the offseason that this can all turn around. It just needs magic to strike gold again and get another superstar. And it's going to take LeBron to stay healthy and stay engaged and recruit like he has never recruited before. Or our Lakers are looking at a future that is very, very bleak. Anything else, Danny, or is that something about
that's the quick summary about this year's season. But we'll be back. Not like I'm talking about you and I, Ricky. We're not going to be like Magic. We're going to be back. We're going to be back on another episode.
No, we will definitely be back.
Yeah, we'll
we
be
are
back.
getting better.
I don't know what the Lakers going to do, but we'll be back.
Yeah.
So
we're that 1 year that. Go ahead.
Go on. No, go ahead.
We're like we're young Shaq and Kobe right now, just without any of the drama. That first we're rookie Kobe season right now. So we're everybody knows, all of our listeners know that it's just a matter of time before our championships start coming in. But hopefully that's right in line with our Lakers championships. So thanks again, guys, for tuning in. It's always a pleasure having you join us. For Danny and Ricky, we are out.
We out.
All right, cool, Danny. Thank you, man, for bearing in for all that.
No problem. No problem. Sorry if my quality again isn't the best, dude. So my home internet is getting fixed, and I'll finally be able to like do everything from home now, which will be really nice.
Yeah, no, all good. I honestly just thought about the mute button when I had
Yeah,
Grayson.
so did I.
I think that might come in clutch.
Yeah, dude, so did I. I think it will too.
Spot.
I think it will too. But I think this episode was good. There's a lot of venting and a lot of emotion, which was good. We need more of that. So.
Yep, just gotta when I chop it up, I'll make sure that the setup makes sense for whatever the hell we touched on in this last hour. So, all right, Brody.
Sure. All right, man.
I'll talk to you.
Peace. Oh, by the way. How did EC go the other day? AC Sports. I watched your guys' episode. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it was good. I think the second episode was better than the first one. I think there's so much room for just, turning this like into a quasi sports network. He told me to take a look at the intro. I'd be honored to do a new intro. So it's good. The talks are going good.
Sure.
He's going to the Bulls game, so we're gonna link up then. But yeah, everything's moving good, man.
Again, thank you.
Can I put EC Sports on my shit? He's like, yeah, do it.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. I will be in town in Chicago in April, mid-April. I think post Bull season though, but we could still do a live show for EC and Late Night Lake Show.
Of course, yeah, we're definitely doing it. So let's plan for that.
Okay.
Give me the date and let's plan for something.
Sure, why not? Let's do it. And then it'll be cool. But I'm glad you like it. Dion, the only thing with Dion is sometimes he rants, so it's hard to like switch topics. You know what I mean? And we only have 30 minutes to make an episode, so you really have to be like efficient. So that's the only thing. I try to tell him that like every time, like we got to be efficient. He's like, yeah, you're right, you know. So it's good.
So all right, man. I'm about to hop into another meeting.
Take care. All right. Enjoy.
Peace.
Have a good one. Bye.